Case 003. The boy in the photograph had been dead for 8 years, but every month, someone kept taking new pictures of him. The first envelope appeared outside a retired detective's front door just before sunrise. No stamp, no return address. Inside was a photograph of a young boy standing beside an empty playground at sunset. The detective recognized him immediately. The child had disappeared during a birthday party years earlier. The case became national news before eventually going cold. But something about the photo made no sense. The boy looked exactly the same age. Same haircut, same clothes, same expression, as if the picture had been taken yesterday. On the back of the photo were 5 handwritten words. "He still comes home at night." The detective froze. The handwriting belonged to the boy's mother. She had died 3 years earlier. That same night, another envelope arrived. This time, there were 3 photographs. The boy standing under a streetlight. The boy outside a gas station. The boy staring into someone's bedroom window. In every image, people around him appeared strangely blurred, as if the camera couldn't focus properly near him. Then the detective received a phone call from a blocked number. At first, there was only static. Then, a child whispered, "You never looked in the basement." The line disconnected. Hours later, the detective drove to the abandoned house where the child was last seen alive. The property looked untouched for years. Broken windows, dead grass, rotting wood. But something felt wrong the moment he stepped inside. The house smelled damp and rotten, like something had been trapped there for a long time. He searched the rooms carefully until he reached the basement door. It was locked from the outside. The original police reports claimed the basement had already been searched, but the lock looked newer than everything else in the house. The detective forced it open. The stairs descended into complete darkness. Halfway down, he heard breathing below him. Slow, uneven. His flashlight shook as he continued downward. Then he noticed the writing covering the basement walls. "Don't let him see you." Again and again. Hundreds of times. At the bottom of the stairs sat an old wooden chair facing the corner. Someone was sitting in it. An elderly woman. Thin, pale, barely moving. Chains wrapped around one ankle. The moment she saw the detective, she whispered, "You shouldn't have come after dark." The detective demanded answers. The woman began crying immediately. She claimed the missing child returned home 3 days after disappearing. But according to her, something about him was wrong. He never blinked, never spoke, never slept. At night, he would stand silently beside people's beds, watching them. And anyone who looked directly into his eyes disappeared days later. The detective thought she was insane, until she whispered, "He wears their faces now." Suddenly, footsteps echoed upstairs. Slow, dragging across the floorboards. The woman's face filled with terror. "No." The detective turned toward the staircase. A small shadow stood at the top, perfectly still, child-sized. The flashlight flickered once. Then the shadow moved toward him unnaturally fast. The basement lights exploded above him. The old woman screamed, and in the darkness, the detective heard children laughing. Not one child, dozens of them. The recording from the detective's flashlight was later recovered by police after neighbors reported hearing gunshots inside the house. But when officers arrived, the basement was empty. No detective. No woman. Nothing. Only blood covering the walls. The final seconds of the recording captured the detective, whispering, "There's more than one." Then came 3 slow knocks directly behind the microphone. The case became even stranger a month later when a family living miles away reported seeing a young boy standing outside their house every night at exactly 2:13 a.m. Security footage showed him motionless at the edge of the driveway. Then, slowly, other children stepped out of the darkness behind him, all smiling, all staring directly at the house. The footage ended 13 seconds later. Authorities never explained why, but investigators later discovered one final detail hidden in the audio. A child whispering, "We found another home." The end.